बस बाकी ठीक है ना? तो रोई मंडल को दिखाओ बड़ा पढ़ ले मैंने एक गलती इसमें होता नहीं ऐसे ही है पढ़ते को नहीं मैं चाहता हूँ कुछ गलती हो ना
Sir, it is my humble request to keep your microphone in mute mode, sir. Good morning, one and all. We are going to start the session very shortly. I am about to request my IT cell to make this session live. So please wait for few minutes. हाँ लाइव कर दिए okay. So once again, good morning to one and all. We are now live on YouTube. So this is, am I audible, sir?
पर ऑडिबल
So today we have reached to the 7th and 8th learning of webinar series under Student Ready program, which is being organized as a motivational initiative leading to entrepreneurship during this COVID-19 pandemic. As we know that this series was designed to share the experiences of in-house as well as external resource persons to motivate students during this hard time. So today we have with us our two in-house experts. And the first session we will be starting with engineer T.S. Pandit sir. He is expert in agriculture, process and food engineering. Sir has an experience of more than 18 years, and he has been associated right from the beginning of this experiential learning program recommended by 15th committee. So today he will be sharing his experiences for learning on packaging and marketing of processed products. So I now would request Engineer T.S. Pandit sir to share his experiences on packaging and marketing of processed product.
Good morning, everyone. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, audible sir.
Okay. Uh, is my presentation is
Your presentation is visible
visible?
sir.
So should I start?
Yes, yes sir. And please set your presentation in full screen mode sir.
Which one?
Your screen in presentation mode, full screen.
Okay.
But screen is not visible.
Now
Uh,
is it visible
Not yet.
now?
No, not yet,
Is-
sir.
Not yet. You are sharing your.
Now it is visible. Yes.
Is it
Yes, it is
visible?
visible now, sir.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So good morning, everyone. Under this pandemic condition of the COVID-19, uh, we have this is the option. So even practical subject also we have to take online. We know that you might have uh, understood the importance of this situation, and many of you have taken the advantages of that. And we are the people, we have to learn how to take the advantages of the adverse conditions, and that is how the Indians are known for. Everyone can work in a suitable and comfortable condition, but to work with the adverse condition in unsuitable condition and to make a change in our lifestyle, in our learning pattern, in our delivering pattern. Whatever you are delivering is very important, and this is the lesson for this entire year. And I'm sure that looking toward the situations of the vaccine and other things, we have to deal this way till the end of this semester also. So be prepared with this new learning pattern and new learning style of the and knowledge gathering style of the online webinars and web series and utilization of the gadgets and use of the internet data. So now let me start my topic in this webinar of series 2020-21 student ready and ELB learning program learning 7. My topic is packaging and marketing of the processed food. I am assistant professor at Center of Excellence on Post Harvest Technology, Navsari Agriculture University. We know the packaging. It is the very important part for the
There occurred some technical error, so please be tuned. Uh, so we are in the process of sorting out this technical fault. So please stay tuned. Very shortly, our in-house expert will join the session and share his experience.
Is it okay?
Yes, sir. Your voice is audible, sir.
Now what about presentation? अभी दिख रहा है सर?
नहीं, अभी नहीं दिख रहा है.
अभी?
हाँ, अब दिख रहा है.
Okay. Should I start?
Please, sir, you can start, sir.
हाँ. Okay. So I'm telling that the functions of the packaging. First function of the packaging is to contain the food product. Second function of the packaging is to protect this food product from the environmental conditions or environmental factors which is causing the damage to the food. And the third factor is provide the information regarding all related guidelines for the consumption, for the end use of the food product, for the storage of the food product, regarding the manufacturing details of the food product, regarding the authentication manufacturing details of the food product, regarding the consumer appeal, regarding the new offer and events, regarding the number of things which we can print on the material. So it is basically a food product material which is which is containing the food product, which is protecting the food product, and which is providing the information on it. The main requirement of food packaging is to maintain the safety, wholesomeness, and quality of the food. That means we need a storage life, because ultimately this storage life will be converted into marketing
Sir, sorry to
span,
interrupt you.
self life. Hello.
सॉरी टू इंटरप्ट यू, अपनी प्रेजेंटेशन को फुल स्क्रीन मोड में कीजिए सर.
फुल स्क्रीन मोड में ही है ये सर.
अच्छा नहीं, अच्छा ओके ठीक है.
Is it not full screen?
I think the visibility is not proper, so the icon on your right side, the full screen icon, you can click on that one to make it full screen.
For the PowerPoint presentation, na?
Yes sir, yes sir.
Yeah, already done it, sir. Is it okay now?
सेम वैसे ही दिख रही है सर.
नहीं, मैंने तो फुल स्क्रीन किया है अभी.
अच्छा ओके सर, यू कैन प्रोसीड फर्दर सर. थैंक यू.
ये फुल स्क्रीन ही है. हेलो, इज इट ओके?
हाँ ठीक है सर, यू कैन कंटिन्यू सर.
Okay. So basically, it will provide information, it will protect, and the main requirement of food packaging is to maintain the safety and wholesomeness and quality of the food. Without packaging material, handling would be not easy. Now you just think that you have to transfer a 1 lakh biscuit from Chennai production unit to the Gujarat, Ahmedabad for the distribution to the consumer. Just free of cost. There is a one event of say मुख्यमंत्री का कोई event है, उसमें आपको बिस्किट को distribute करना है, and you are not using a packaging material for the biscuit. This biscuit is produced in a Chennai. 1 lakh biscuit is to be supplied to this Gujarat. Okay, so what would be the condition? You cannot manage properly. The things will be messy, not efficient. It will create a more and more damage to your product. बराबर हो सकता है कि यहाँ से आने तक your product will be soggy. It will not having a wholesomeness. It will be broken down. Ultimately, consumer will not be accepting it. So in this condition, if the packaging is not there, your arrangement, your supply chain, your management, marketing will be inefficient. Messy means improper. It may be a costlier due to these losses, and it is very impossible without considering packaging on the virtual marketing channels. That means suppose you want to market your product, food product, even online, the way now Zomato and other people are doing, right? They need to be a proper packaging material. If it is not available, the consumer will always having a doubt that whether there is some malpractices will be going on, right? So because of that reason, packaging is very important for even modern marketing and supply chain management. The major category or with major category of the material used for the food packaging are nowadays plastics, then metal, then glass and paper, right? You will find number of plastic use of the number of types and combination of the plastics which are used in the packaging material of various types of the food. You know that the foods are generally of physical nature. It may be a solid like cube, like a finger chips, right? It may be a viscous or semi-viscous or a highly viscous like your ketchup, like your sauce, like your jam. It may be a liquid like your juice, right? And it may be the combination of these two, like your muffins, like your cakes, pastries. It may be like that. So with that, plastics has proven the compatibility with all type of physical material. Okay, so we consider that the nowadays plastics are the most used packaging material compared to metal, glasses, and ultimately paper. There are special characteristics are also there. We'll see that. There are multi-layer packaging material also there nowadays, which is including all this. It is including a metal, it is including a paper, it is including a plastics, right? With the combination of these three material, we are able to prepare a multi-layered packaging material container, right? Here it is a packaging material. Packaging material will be converted into a container or a packet and package, and this package will be converted into a packet when we adding the food material, when we adding a material into that and seal it. As we told that metals are generally tin, aluminum, copper or brass. Glass itself is a packaging material. Of course, it may be of different colored glass. Then plastics. Plastics are low density polyethylene, high density polyethylene, polypropylene, polyethylene terephthalate, polyvinyl chlorides, and so on. Number of plastics materials are there, styrofoam, and so many are there. Natural fibers are involving the pulp, paper pulp of the tree and wood. Pulp of the wood, that is a paper pulp, which can be further converted into a paper. It can be further converted into a board, which can be further converted into corrugated fiber board, and which can be converted into a boxes. It may be a paper box, paper bags. It may be a board box, pulp board box, paper pulp board box, or it may be a corrugated fiber box. Then maybe a cotton. Cotton can be used as a bags, jute, a sack. Cotton is also used in a sack. Then banana means banana fiber. Banana fiber are also used for manufacturing
Excuse me,
of the
sir.
bags and materials. जी sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
सर आपकी स्लाइड्स मूव नहीं हो रही हैं, मींस मूवमेंट नहीं दिख रही है मूवमेंट. हाँ
अभी
आप दिख रही हैं. और आप F5 या फिर जो प्रेजेंटेशन पीपीटी का प्रेजेंटेशन मोड है वो करेंगे तो शायद और विजुअल रहेगा ऑडियंस को, क्योंकि देयर इज अ रिक्वेस्ट
F5.
F5. यस.
F5 ना कंट्रोल 5.
नहीं, F5.
F5 दबा दिया.
हाँ जी, तो वो ये आपका फुल स्क्रीन में दिखेगा.
अभी दिख रहा है सर?
स्लाइड शो मोड में रखिएगा सर।
स्लाइड शो मोड में ही है सर।
अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा, एक्चुअली रिक्वेस्ट इज कमिंग इन अ चैट बॉक्स फ्रॉम ऑडियंस, so that is why I am conveying to you sir.
दैट्स फाइन।
Okay, okay, okay. Please. Sorry for the inconvenience being given by moderator and the audience.
नो प्रॉब्लम सर। But now in this mode I am not able to see my presentation. On which slide I am? Is it okay?
Okay sir, चलेगा सर, ठीक है।
Okay. The next material is a clay, or which we call it a ceramic or a red clay. Ceramic means the China clay you can say, and red clay means pot. The Let us talk about the metal. Metals are generally used in a two way. One is a can and another is a foil. Examples are the tin plate cans, और जिसको बोलते हैं हम डब्बा बोलते हैं, है ना? This type of cans may be a round can, micro drums, and oval flakes. This is mainly suitable for filling of the powder material, filling of the solid material, filling of the milk, filling of the oil, tea. Number of applications are there where you can pack the cans. The important characteristics of this can or metal is that it is impermeable to the moisture, right? It is impermeable to light, and it is hermetically sealed when it is properly seamed. If it is properly seamed, matlab if it is packing is done properly with the proper care, with the proper headspace, you will find the highest shelf life at the least storage cost. You will find the highest shelf life with the least storage cost. And not only that, this material will provide you a very good staking strength. Staking strength, that means you can load one and over one another. It will give a very good staking strength in the storage area, and it will also resist the thermal processing. So this is the advantages of this type of packing material. Here you can do also pack in retorting. That means you can pack the material and go for sterilization. That means before sterilization you can do simple hot filling and go for sterilization after packing. This is the advantages. It is a rigid, so it is a fixed in a size and shape, right? Yes, it requires a specific packaging material, packing, that is sealing machineries, packing line is separate, right? And it is having a very good, considerably good quality of the trained operator for the managing and handling of this type of cans. हेलो, हाँ बोलो साહેબ. સાહેબ એક લેક્ચરમાં છું, કરું ફોન. બોલો. Sorry. હા મોકલો. મોકલાવો. હા મોકલાવો મોકલો મોકલાવો. So basically it is the impermeable packaging material which is mainly used for packaging of the product, all type of product. It may be used for making of your liquid product like Coca-Cola, Mazda or fruit drinks. It is also used for packing of the solid material like your patra, okay, or cooked material patra like your dry nuts, right, masala, cashew nuts. So many things can be used for canning. Biscuits also, there was a time, I think professor is agree with me, the biscuits will be are biscuits was sold in a tin container. It is sold in a tin container. It will be a big parle जी box, डब्बा, टीन का डब्बा आता था, उसमें पार्ले जी का बिस्किट्स आता था. I know that situation. I think it is more than 25 years back when this generation was not born. The next is a aluminium foil. It is, the can is considered as a solid or rigid packing, while the aluminium foil is considered as a flexible packaging. And in this flexible packaging, we can use a sack, we can use it in a sack, we can use it in a uh, pouches, we can use it in a netted pouches, and you can read here what things which we cannot seal in this type aluminum foil, right? Peanut, baby food, ready to eat meals, preservatives. Even nowadays people are using our day to day routine food by simply covering and foiling the aluminum foil, so it will be protected from even flies and other dust and microorganisms. Next is these are the, we can say, metal container, different shapes and size of the metal container. Generally the size of the metal container is decided or ordered when you are going to purchase the metal container. It will be ordered on the basis of the diameter and height and diameter of the container. This is the aluminum foil. This is a molded aluminum foil which nowadays Zomato people are using for packaging of their food. Or whenever you are, most of the, not only Zomato but online marketing company, but most of the retailer, even during retailer or a take home packet, that means when you are purchasing the prepared food from the your restaurants or bakery, and you are carry it to your home and you are consuming it to your some other places or your home, people are using this type of aluminum foil. Glass bottles, there are number of types of the glass bottles are there. Narrow neck glass bottles, long neck glass bottles. Even glass bottle was, there was a time that glass bottles were be designed according to various shape and size and various figures also. We can feel the liquid material in the glass bottles. We can feel the mango pulp into the glass bottles. But there is a problem with the glass bottle is that it is not comfortably sealable. It cannot be sealed very airtight very easily. We need to apply either a glue or a wax or some other material, covering material, to hermetical sealing of these glass bottles, right? Because once you are open the glass bottle, it cannot be properly closed. Similarly, jars are considered as a wide mouth, very big mouth, where in bottles you can insert your finger, but in jar you can insert your whole finger, whole 5 fingers, that means palm, right? So jars are having a huge or big or a large mouth compared to bottles. We know that we can pack it, we can pack the pickles, jam, chutney, honey, spices, some many other things, solid material also, chips, dry onions, dry methi, right? We can also pack the salt, so many.
Dear listeners, please, there is a problem is reoccurring at speakers system. So please be tuned because uh, some valuable information will be shared by the speaker.
So I was talking that uh, glass are rigid packing material. Glass are considered as a rigid packing material. But when we talk about the packaging material as a plastics, these plastics can be converted either in the form of the rigid packing material like bottles, like cans, like a jar, a mug, right? And it can be also converted into a flexible packing material like roll, or sheet, or cover, or wrap, or a pouch, or standing pouch, or hanging pouch, or it can be used in combination of the paper and metal. It is very surprising that after invention of the plastic, people have able to convert this packaging material into multi-layer pouch using various property of the materials. We know that metal are hermetically sealed. It is impermeable to moisture, light, and many other things. But it is very poor in adhesive property, printing property, right? Whereas the paper is a very good printing property, but not having a strength. The plastics is having a permeability toward the water vapor, partial permeability toward the water vapor, partial permeability toward the oxygen and carbon dioxides, or many other inherent gases, right? And also having a sealing property. Aluminum foil does not have a sealing property. It cannot be sealed very easily. Similarly, paper cannot be sealed and having a strength. But when we combine all these three materials, it has all the hermetical sealing, environmental protections, strength, printability, visibility, attractiveness, flexibility. Many things can be achieved by combination of these three. So this is the multi-layer pouches. We generally known as a tetra pouches. 7-layer pouches are there, right? You may be enjoying the fruity, you may be enjoying the Tropicana juice, you may be enjoying the Amulya milk, so many things where we are using this. With the help of this Tetra Pak, you can use the various techniques of the packaging, which is generally known as the aseptic packaging, which is allowing your product to be sterilized, sealing it in the hermetical condition, environmental, microorganism free environment, and it will be sealed before it come in contact with the general or normal environmental conditions. So whatever product inside the package is there in the aseptic packaging is steriled. So there is a scope, no microorganisms. So there is a no scope of growth of the microorganism. These are the various types of the plastics generally used in a packaging material. For the frozen product, we can use polypropylene, we can use HDPE, but we cannot use polyvinyl chloride. We cannot use PET. It will become converted into a brittle. This is the property of the material. And because of that reason, we can say the plastics bags for fruits, vegetable, consumer packing, shrink wrapping, linear low density polyethylene generally used for the shrink wrapping. You can see that it can be used for wrapping of the bunch of the potato, bunch of the sweet corn, right? Bunch of the locky, your bottle guard. So it is providing two things. It will act as a bundle binding material, and it will also avoid the transpiration or vapor losses from the surface of the evaporation losses. Um, Transmittance losses from the water from the surface of the commodity. That is a water loss. It will give added advantage in the reduction in the weight loss of the commodity. Rigid plastics, it is mainly used for small fruit, berries, mushrooms, right? Molded plastic, rigid plastics is considered as a molded plastic. You nowadays you will see the strawberries available in a tray dish like that, right? Plastic punnet and lead, strawberry and grapes are nowadays available in a material which can be handled very carefully, which can be used transparent. You will observe the condition of the strawberry inside that. Now trays used for stored the food product. Plastic can be converted into a trays, right? We can say our tray means your crates which you are using on your farm for the handling, on farm handling, during storage, during staking, during transportation also. Form sleeves packing, apple, guava and papaya are used for in this. Plastic pouches, chips, biscuits, flour, oils are also used in this way. Plastic bottles, juice, cold drinks are used. Plastic jars, peanut butter, jam, jelly are used in this. These are the examples, right? You can see that it has covered all type of the material. Natural fibers, jute bag. Jute bag are used for making a sack, kothra, bags, gunny bags, okay, where you can pack your potato, onions, because it is having a perforation. The onions and garlics requires a specific packaging material which should have a perforation, higher perforation compared to other commodity, where no other bags will work. There perforation is important. So nowadays even plastic jute bags plastic sacks are available that can be used, which is prepared using a thread of the plastics. Here jute bag are used by converting the jutes into the thread and weaving the jute bags. Then cotton bags, right, for the grain, for the flour. We use these cotton bags for that. Cloth bag, which we are used for the carrying the material. Even your pulses, your oil seeds are used for this type of bags. Then natural fiber can be used in manufacturing of the paper like craft paper, packaging of the flour. Pillsbury are now become environmental friendly for the consumer pack. Pillsbury નું 1 કિલોનું પેક છે અથવા તો અડધો કિલોનું જે પેક છે એ now it is available in a paper bag. So this paper bag will be used just to open it and fill it into your kitchen container. Paper tray, like your egg tray, fruit tray, like that. Cardboard, chocolates and cookies are packed into this type of packing material, and corrugated fiber box are mainly used for packing of the commodities and many other things. All type of material for the short distance transport, low distance transport, or international transport. You can see this is the example of the jute bag. This is the cotton bag. This is non-woven bags which is used plastics and clothes. This is a paper tray, right? This is the craft paper. You can see this is a cardboard where you can put your toys, your mobiles, anything can be packed into this type of. This is a corrugation. This is a corrugated fiber box, can be used for packing of many others packing material. As far as packing material is concerned, there is a primary packaging material. Primary packaging material means the packaging material which is directly in contact with the food product. Suppose you are purchasing a chocolates or your Cadbury's. The Cadbury chocolate is directly in contact with the wrapper. So this wrapper is become a primary packaging material. But the number of chocolates are packed into a small box, which is considered as a secondary packaging material, right? Which is generally used for distributions. And this small box is further packed into a large and huge box, which is generally used for transportation and transit purpose, which is called as a tertiary packaging material, right? Now, as far as clay is concerned, clay are generally converted into a various form. Clay is give you a solid or rigid packing material. Paper is giving you a flexible as well as semi-rigid packing material. It's not so still rigid, but it can resist the force. Clay is generally used for making a pot, jar, many other utensils, right? It gives the aesthetic or traditional looks to your product. Generally, clay is used for that purpose only. It gives a traditional look to your product. Yes, my product is pickle, my Indian product, my Chinese product, my China-based product. Not means Chinese means not the international. China based in their local product. My Spanish product, my Colombian products. They are showing their importance of their traditions by packing it into the clay or ceramics, jar, pot, like that. These are the examples. These are the examples. So this is all about the marketing, packaging. And this packaging will be used.
Good morning, sir. Welcome, sir. So, speaker again might have lost the connectivity probably. So, please stay tuned. He will be joining session. So please, guys, stay tuned. There is a internet problem, connectivity problem. So please stay tuned. Speaker is joining again. Good morning, sir. Good morning, Dr. Naik, sir. थोड़ा ज़्यादा नहीं.
So I was talking about various type of the marketing in the food product.
हाँ चंद्रो.
The paid marketing. Hello.
Hi.
जी sir. Hello. Is it visible?
Not now, sir. Yes, visible.
Yes, it is visible now. It is
Okay.
visible now.
Okay, sir. Thank
I
you.
request Naik, sir, to please mute your microphone, please.
Okay, paid marketing. The first one is a paid advertisement or paid marketing. It is also a digital advertising, mainly refer to any strategy which we are making a strategy, proper planning for the branding or a targeting some other type of marketing. For a potential consumer on particular interest or having certain intention and interaction with the brand. That means you want that your consumer should interact with the brand. He will search the brand. He will search about the brand. For that purpose, this particular paid marketing is used. The cause marketing. What is the cause of marketing? It is generally done by for-profit business that seek to both increase profit and to better society accordance with the corporate and responsibility by including activities managing in advertising. It cause related marketing refer to two related but slightly different from the general marketing. It first involves a collaboration effort between a for-profit brand and non-profit organization for mutual benefit. The term can also be used in more general sense to refer marketing programs for profit brand and based around a social contribution causes. Mainly it is that suppose you are giving your food product to the COVID-19 you can say sufferer. आप अपना फूड प्रोडक्ट जो है कहीं और दे रहे हैं, मतलब आप अपना फूड प्रोडक्ट पैकेजिंग मटेरियल पैक करके उसको जो कोविड-19 में जो फंसे हुए लोग हैं उनको सर्विंग के लिए खाने के लिए दे रहे हैं. Now there is an agency which is collecting some funds for doing this type of activity. So you are going for least profit. With the minimum profit, you are marketing, you are giving your product to the one NGO or one organization who is distributing your product toward the needful people. And by this way, you are doing one type of marketing. There is a cause behind your interest is to relate your brand with social responsibility, and the NGO's responsibility in NGO's interest is that he will get or they will get the least priced product with a minimum cost, so they can purchase more number of the items and they can distribute among the more number of people. So they are also having a very general cause, so their name will be familiar with the consumer that yes, so and so NGO has distributed the product, bread. They have distributed the bread. They have distributed the bread and jam. They have distributed the milk. They have distributed the butter and bread, lock like that. And when the consumer are going to eat, they say yes, I am eating the butter, Amul butter, and so and so. So there is a combination of these things. Then relation.
Well, students and respected sir, because of the interruption of and the problems of connectivity, so our speaker is getting in out because of the fluctuation in internet connectivity. So please be with us. And secondly, he is about to finish his presentation. He has reached to the conclusion almost. So please stay tuned, and he has joined again for the presentation. हाँ तो एक लेटर जो होगा ना
Hello.
You are audible, sir.
No, my slides are visible.
Yes, sir. Visible, sir.
Okay. So mainly relationship, you want to maintain the relationship. So it is very easy nowadays because internet is providing number of facility to take the feedback of your consumer, and your labeling is also providing the packaging material, also providing the facility to communicate with your consumer, that how they can communicate whether they like or this product or dislike of this product. So you can do this type of arrangement also. Next is the undercover marketing. Here the question is that, are you really doing the marketing of your product? Like that. For example, in undercover marketing, it does not involve or introducing a product to consumer in a way that is generally you are doing. You are saying that this is my product, you consume it and do it, it is having this. No, you are not doing like that. You are introducing in a such a way that, so the inherent characteristics will not be disclosed. Inherent characteristics will not be disclosed to the consumer, and it will be marketed in that way, right? So basically the main purpose of the this undercover marketing is generally the sheath marketing, is to generate the immediate sales. But to create it is not the immediate sales. You are not interested to that people will buy immediately your product, like your in one of the mobile company has did it. They have just introduced the material by before 6 months, before 3
It is my humble request to all of you. Please stay tuned. Uh, Today is, I think, not a good day for us uh, because our speaker is facing an internet problem, and so please stay tuned. And I think whatever the deliberation has been given up till now by the speaker, you might have benefited out of that, and he is just to conclude his session, and second speaker is also in the session, so we will be sharing the second session very shortly. So first speaker is uh, trying to reconnect, so please uh, stay tuned. It is my again humble request, so please stay tuned. I have just talked to our speaker. He's trying again to be in the session and conclude his presentation on packaging and marketing of processed food. Because you know that technology has a lot of advantages in one hand, and such type of issues may create a problem, and we may get disconnected because of such issues. So please be in the session. And one important learning, that is on post-harvest management and processing of vegetable crops, is on the way. Engineer Ashok Senapati has in as a speaker for next session. So please uh, have a patience and stay tuned. So, well, listeners and dear students, please be in the session. So he's about to finish his talk on packaging and marketing of processed food. So as I was saying that there is a problem of internet connectivity. So within 2 minutes he will be in the session. So he's right now in the session. So please. Uh,
So it is about the internet marketing. People are using very comfortably the internet marketing by using developing a various applications, customized applications for their product. People are using even a small group marketing for using say WhatsApp and we can say other internet facility. People are also using the direct contact consumer to company contact marketing using an email address and many other things. uh, it is very important that it is very important that you are using what you are using. Is it visible? My screen, my is it visible?
The screen is not visible, sir.
That PPT is visible.
No, no, no.
Anyway, I am completing without that. I think I don't know what is that. So it is the internet marketing, online marketing. We can say that people are using this facility very comfortably, easily uh, for marketing of their product. Then transactional marketing. What is the turn of your here? You are not bothered about what your customer is thinking. You are not bothered about what is your what services you are providing to your consumers. Simply, your main motto is to increase the turnover, promote the sales, and earn the maximum profit. So this is the transactional marketing. And diversity marketing. How many people are satisfied by your product? That means, suppose there is a potato chips you are manufacturing, and there are a number of types of you are covering the market. Do you want to cover the market all over the India? If you want to cover the market all over the India, you have to use a different type taste. You should develop a different taste in your burger. McDonald's had did that. They have removed the beef meat from the burger chain of the McDonald's. So this way you can cover the various types, various religious, various races, various tongue taste people of marketing, and your whatever is there, you can divert it. Now these are the techniques for increasing the brand image. The most important thing is to create a brand awareness, influence your consumer, establish or maintain brand recognition, power to perceive values, brand and product life cycle, establish a correct distribution channels, grab more market share, trade show, brand building via social media. So many things you can do with the help of these techniques. And for that, you have to aware in a such a way that are you the one brand trust in the market? What the Reliance people are doing, they are trying to go toward the monopoly in all type of the markets. If it is so, you will have a huge trade show. You can satisfy your consumer as per your conveniency. You can take care of your consumer as per your requirement. You can be a responsible company or a brand image in the media, and by this way you can solve the purpose of the marketing. I know it is very difficult that due to some connectivity problem I was not able to convey the last portion, that is a brand image development, which is a very important portion of the marketing. With this I'm concluding my presentation in a way that you first develop your brand image. You first develop your brand image. good packaging material, select good packaging material according to your marketing plan. So you will achieve your goal for better profit and serving society, making a relationship between the consumers and product and so on. Thank you very much for giving me opportunity and bearing my internet connection, particularly in this situation. I'm sorry for that. I don't know what is going to be what happened. This happens first time. I have delivered so many lectures, but this happened first time. I'm sorry for that. If any questions, you can. You are invited.
So thank you very much,
Sir.
sir, for your deliberation. Though, as you said that this was an unlucky day for you, sir, because there was a say in out in the session. Anyhow, but you made it clear cut message regarding the packaging and marketing of processed product. Now we are ready with second session, and let me introduce our second speaker for learning number 8, that is post harvest management and processing of vegetable crops. And the speaker is engineer AK Senapati sir, who is expert in post harvest handling and value addition, and he is MTech from IIT Kharagpur. So I now would request AK Senapati sir to share his experiences on post-harvest management and processing of vegetable crops. Engineer AK Senapati sir, please. Good morning, sir. Your screen is visible.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Are you getting my voice?
Yes, yes, it's coming clearly, and your screen is also visible.
Okay.
Please put your presentation in presentation mode.
हाँ
दिख रहा है, clear दिख रहा है।
थैंक यू प्रेजेंटेशन मोड कहाँ करना है
प्रेजेंटेशन मोड ये हो तो गया तुम्हारा। अभी
हाँ,
ये पीपीटी है ना।
हाँ, नहीं ये नहीं ये कौन ये
नहीं
नहीं उधर कॉपी थे ना ये हाँ,
ऐसा है।
इसको क्लोज करिए ना इसको हाँ
Sir, Ashok
Hey.
Senapati sir, you can start.
yes, sir.
You can start your
Yes.
presentation.
are you getting my
Yes,
voice?
voice is coming clear, and your screen is
It's
visible,
clearly visible?
perfectly visible.
Oh, okay, sir. Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, good morning. Hello, good morning to all of you. Good morning, respected teachers and dear students. So, thank you, Dr. Sanjeev Kumar, to give me an opportunity to deliver the experiential learning program during the COVID-19 pandemic situation. So, the title of the program, the post-harvest management and processing of vegetable crops. So, though it is a little bit big title, so I'll complete within the time limit. So, come to the strength of India. It is the second largest arable land in the world, diverse agroclimatic zones, around the year sunshine, potential to cultivate a vast range of agricultural products. So these are the strengths: large marketable surplus and abundant raw material for processing. In the pool of skilled manpower which is available, this is the strength of India. Come to the India, the front ranking producer of many perishable produce, which is the big question: the milk, cattle, buffaloes in the world, fruit and vegetable, food grains, sugarcane, tea, goat and sheep, fisheries, all this area, all the segments, it is the front ranking, the highly perishable commodities. Come to the database of the status of the horticulture in India. The area of the horticulture of 10% gross crop area. The horticulture, these are the database. So which encompasses around 162.89 million metric ton of vegetable production. So come to the vegetable production, the sharing. So Gujarat around 6.4, in West Bengal and UP, followed by Bihar and other states, in the total sharing come to 100%, and Gujarat around 6%, the sharing of the vegetable production. Come to the major vegetable production in Gujarat. If you go the crop wise, potato, onion, brinjal, tomato, okra, cauliflower and cabbage, in the area and production, having varying the ranks, somewhere in the fifth, somewhere in third, fourth, seventh, like that. These are the major production of the vegetable crop in Gujarat. So the topic comes to the post-harvest management and processing. Why it is necessary? Why there is a need base for the post-harvest management and processing? The whole thing taking into consideration for to reduce the post-harvest losses. Again, to maintain food quality and safety. The main focus on this area, the management as well as the processing. Whether you go for the management, whether you go for the processing, either you use the fresh produce or converted in the processed form. Either go for the packaging, the advanced technique of the packaging, advanced technique of the, you can use the sorting and the grading, you can make a value addition, or you can cut it and make a different processed product. And you can, around the year, you can available. So you can use as per the availability of the crop. So why it is necessary? So these, the heavy post-harvest losses, because the fruits and vegetables, basically the vegetables, are hygroscopic in nature, high moisture content, easily susceptible to spoilage. So there is a need to reduce the post-harvest losses after harvesting of the commodity from the field to the end use. What are the different unit operations are carried out? The whole things should maintain so that the losses should be minimized. and the increase in yield of crop result the glut during season, thus demanding the appropriate technology for handling, processing, preservation, storage, marketing. So these are the various steps or unit operations which are go for the standard process ultimately to reduce the post-harvest losses. So where you can utilize after harvesting of the commodity, so basically you can use in the table purpose or culinary purpose for the cooking around 60 to 70%. If you go for the storage, you can 9 to 10% there can be stored, and processing. If you go for the processing is concerned in India, presently around 3%, 2 to 2.5 or 3% of go for the processing or the production is there, and the post-harvest losses, the whole taking into consideration the losses around 25 to 30%. So these are the segmentation of the post-harvest utilization. Come to the post-harvest losses, so which the change in the physical, chemical, or the sensory properties, the organoleptic qualities of the food, which have the directly or indirectly affect the quality as well as the quantity. So both the losses taken into consideration either in qualitative losses or in quantitative losses. But taking into consideration the both the things in qualitative as well as the quantitative, which is the huge losses. Ultimately, it is unusable for human consumption or unfit for consumption, and it is untradable goods. You cannot get more revenue once the product gets damaged because of the perishability in nature. So critical point for post-harvest losses. So where the losses should be occur? The handling method, which handling practice, when go for harvesting, and what are the labor, whether the labor should get properly trained, whether they have a standard operating procedure they followed when go for harvesting of the commodity. Because of the perishable nature, high moisture content of the commodity, so you can go for early morning or late afternoon for harvesting of the commodity, and then grading and sorting, which type of grading and sorting equipments can you use, or whether you can follow the grader or manual grading, or sorting should be unwanted or damaged commodity should be taken out initially or not. That should be taken into consideration. And the whole things make a summation. The whole is called the total post-harvest losses in somewhere else in the transportation, because it is a key concern when the commodity move from Navsari to New Delhi. So the total duration and the hour of journey during that, which type of truck or the vehicles you are using and how they are packing, that should be taken into consideration. Ultimately, there may be chances of the losses either 2%, 1%, or somewhere it is more than 10% losses. And the packaging also, it is a key important aspect. Then processing methods, which processing methods you can use, and losses should be also there. And storage and marketing, ultimately you could not go for the destination point improperly, or you do not have the proper marketing area, and there is also chances of the losses after the expiry or after the perishability commodity or in processed product in the standard duration of the shelf life. The status of the post-harvest losses in percentage at various stages. If you go for the various stages, if you go for the status of the losses, different vegetables either beans, peas, brinjal, cabbage, cauliflower, garlic, onion, potato, tomato, the number of crops, having number of the losses are there. Almost up to 15 to 30%, somewhere else 15% or 20%. The losses should be there. In the status of the individual, the stepwise or the unit operations, the harvesting, then grading, transport, marketing, storage, in the total, you take a summation, the total losses, either in tomato, cauliflower, spine gourd, pointed gourd, or other crops. The losses should be, it looks like. If you go for the post-harvest technology sub-units, it can be post-harvest physiology, which consists of respiration, transpiration, ethylene production, or maturity indices of the crop. That also enhance the shelf life of the produce, processing and value addition. You can again make a fresh produce convert to processed form or added value, and quality control and assurance. Ultimately, whether the product you are preparing, it should must be safe. It have the fit for consumption, and it is free from microbial contamination ultimately. And the waste management, ultimately, you can go for focus on the waste management, then post-harvest engineering. Part of the engineering units or machineries you can use for handling or processing of various produce convert to processed form. So come to the post-harvest physiology. So these are the post-harvest physiology, the area where the respiration taking into consideration and transpiration. Respiration basically the intake of oxygen and elimination of carbon dioxide. In the respiration, in the respiration, the MAP, modified atmosphere packaging, you can go for the packaging either in CA storage or MAP, modified atmosphere packaging. The both the taking into consideration the gas composition, O2 and the CO2 and nitrogen, as well as the ethylene production and the temperature and relative humidity taken into consideration. And the MAP is to tap into that within the packing material. And zero energy cool chamber, again the zero energy cool chamber, it is a farmers friendly. You can keep in the, it is low costly. The farmers, when the produce, the price is very less, in that condition you can keep it in the under zero energy cool chamber. You can make it the standard, which is the IRI New Delhi already get developed, and everywhere they can also set up there. But thing is that you cannot extend the shelf life of the commodity more than 5 to 6 or more than 10 to 12 days. Based on the variation of the temperature inside and outside of the zero energy cool chamber, so we can prepare. Again, transpiration, again the loss of water. You can how the skin or the surface of the commodity should maintain the water, because the loss of water, that means the loss of weight loss, ultimately the loss of the commodity. That the cold chain process after harvesting of the commodity go for the till to the end use. So all the things taking into consideration using the refrigerator van. So refrigerator van to maintain the standard temperature. Again, the 1 MCP 1 methyl cyclopropane that you can use the ripening chamber to reduce the production of ethylene and extend the life. So cold storage in India, if you go for the database, the some status, the cold storage in different states having the number of cold storage in India. So come to the advances in the post-harvest management. If you go for the advances, that maleic hydrazide, so though it is today it has been banned, but earlier people they can use, in the farmers they can use before harvesting onion, so prior to 2 to 4 weeks, to reduce the sprouting or so decontamination during the storage. So then maturity indices. So maturity indices optimized for different vegetables. Based on the maturity standards, you can increase the post-harvest management. And non-destructive methods for the maturity of vegetables nowadays also people can use without cutting, without destructing the fruit, the vegetables from the plant, directly can check the quality parameters, methods of harvesting, some mechanical harvesters nowadays. So advanced countries, they can use the big land, they can use the mechanical harvesters. Then pre-cooling, immediately after harvesting of the commodity, you can keep it. Removal of the fielding by using either in cooling, by in water cooling or forced air cooling, vacuum cooling, or other methods of the pre-cooling technique. The main objective is to removal of the field is the field temperature, but the temperature should be consist of 35 to 40 degree to bring to the room temperature without that reduce the injury. Either it is a chilling injury or some you should directly put in the cold storage. Then market preparation. So go for the, after that you should go for the market preparation where you sell to the commodity. Sorting and grading, if you based on that, you can use the mechanized or manual sorting or grading. It should be time consuming or the high labor expenses. So avoid such things, you can use the mechanized sorting and grading, wax coating or grading units, and mechanical graders. Also, number of mechanical graders nowadays available. Grader for potato and tomato. And somewhere else you can use the post-harvest treatment, that is gamma radiation, to check the sprouting of the onion, spices, potatoes. Also, it is advanced countries they can use. So India in 1994, government of India also they can focus on the gamma radiation cobalt 60. They can give permission to the spices or also the onion and the potato to reduce the sprouting or any that infection. Then on-farm storage. So you can use the zero energy cool chamber and evaporative cooling system. The main mechanism of this zero energy cool chamber and evaporative cooling, where directly after harvesting of the commodity you should keep there based on the evaporative cooling system. You keep in the commodities in the crates, in the stacking condition inside there, and surrounding it is made up of the bricks, and the two layer of the bricks inside there is sand, filling by the sand, and the sand you should drop into the water. Then ultimately when the breeze should be blow, it should be properly air circulated in the direction so that for the respiration takes place, the temperature increases, the heat is released, that should be get condensed and the commodity get cooled. So these are the fundamental principles of science, and that's what that here in itself we do in the farm. Packaging. So based on the packaging in the fresh produce, either in CFB corrugated fiberboard boxes, where basically used but lined or fruits are there, either in 3 ply, 5 ply, or 7 ply. So based on the plies and liner and fruits, they can be get compactness that it reduce the drudgery or injuries of the commodities because it is a highly sensitive crop. Then permeability of the peeling and packing house design. So based on that, an individual strength we are packing and a modified approach to packaging for okra. Also, they can extend the supply. And the potato can be stored in 10 number of crops you can store, varying the standard. The recommended temperatures are there, you can store in the cold storage temperature. You can extend the supply up to 6 months or more than that. Come to processing and value addition. So do you know this King Nala was best cook and food scientist? Mata Sita was a best chef. Vallabh Bhim was a king's chef. Shahjahan cooking book has given many modern food recipes. These are the ancient times. If you go for history, you can find out. Sambhaji was the first time served. Sambar was the first time served by Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj. So this is the go for the history. That time also they can use this type of recipe, and they was the that time also the food scientist was there. If you go for the prices, So presently, the COVID-19 pandemic situation, the crisis is there, and the difficulty time is there. Definitely, the people they think about some innovation. Ultimately, you can get success. How the food processing and ultimately get the farmers development. If less processing, high wastage, no value addition, low shelf life, and the middleman, number of middlemen is there. If the handling practice is there, the number of middlemen, they can get proper price rather than the farmers. So now it has been little bit changed. Optimum processing, wastage utilization, go for the ultimately make a value addition, higher supply and direct market. So these are the things have been changed. If you go for the Indian food processing industry, either in processing of food grains or oil seeds, then pulses and spices, or it in production of processed food-based fruits and vegetables, or confectionery, dairy, meat products, extruded products. All the things encompasses the diverse activities which are the totally in the Indian scenery of the Indian food processing industry. If you come to the food processing industry structure or profile, so all the things taking into consideration, 25% is contributed to the organized sector, and 33% is the small scale industry, and 42% are unorganized. They do on the home scale, they are not in a register base. Though they are selling their commodity, their product, the produce in the market, in food processing industry. So what is food processing? It is defined as the science which deals with the process of prevention of decay or spoilage of food, thus allow being stored in a fit condition for future or further use. So ultimately, the objective is to basically improve the efficiency of the food supply chain. Ultimately, the supply chain, the food, either in the forward or backward link, the ultimately should maintain and help to curtail the post-harvest losses. A huge post-harvest losses to minimize and uptake in the food grains, either in fruits, vegetable, or the agricultural products.
Excuse me, sir. Hello.
Anji?
Your screen is not visible.
Okay. Is it visible?
Yes. It is now visible.
Okay.
Please go ahead.
Okay. So reason for food spoilage. Now it is visible screen?
Absolutely.
Okay. Yes, sir. So reasons for food spoilage, if you go for the considering the spoilage, either in chemical changes, either enzymatic, non-enzymatic browning, acidic, number of things, the microorganisms, the mold, yeast, bacteria, they can grow, they can infect the commodity, either physical injuries, some of the main animal rodents, they can damage the commodity or insect pest. The whole the thing is taking into consideration for the food spoilage. How to control the spoilage? So number one, raw material should be thoroughly examined. So based on the standard operating procedure, it should be go for properly check and handle the hygiene condition. So to avoid the microbial spoilage, equipment must be clean every time before use. Whenever you can use what I told, so every time you can check the equipment.
Sorry for the interruption, sir. Sorry for the interruption again. Please, I actually don't want to talk in between, but please try to see the messages in chat box in between. Whenever the screen is not visible, I will put the message. You can please view that. सर जब मैं एक्चुअली इन बिटवीन बोलना सही नहीं है, चैट बॉक्स पे मैं मैसेज डालता रहूंगा अगर स्क्रीन विजिबल नहीं है या कुछ प्रॉब्लम होगी तो You can view that one, sir, please.
Sorry. Hello.
Your screen is again not visible, sir.
It is visible.
No, not visible.
Okay. Some problem is there, I think so.
I mean, I don't want to interrupt you in between. I will put a message whenever there is a problem. So kindly see in the chat box in between.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Please
So
go ahead.
I want to sort it out. Now it is clearly visible or not?
No, not visible. I think whenever you are making your PPT in presentation mode, it is not visible. You just open it up. I think it will serve the purpose.
It is visible.
Not now.
Okay, I will just sort it out.
I mean, you can just close it up and open it again.
Okay.
I mean, your deliberation is going smoothly. There is no any kind of issue, but just whatsoever the narrations you are giving, if it is visible to the students, then I think it will be better.
One. It is visible.
No, sir,
Not visible.
not visible. You can just stop sharing and you can again present your self in the session.
Hello.
Sir,
Anji, I'm just trying to sort it out the problems actually. So there is some problem actually in the network in the department. Okay. Stop.
oh, sir, you or else you can do that. You can send a mail to me your presentation, and I will operate for you from here.
दिख रहा है? Is it visible?
Yes, visible now.
It is visible, sir.
Visible.
It is visible, na?
Visual, sir. Visual. Please proceed further, sir.
Okay, how to control the spoilage? The raw materials should be thoroughly examined and handled in the hygienic condition to avoid microbial spoilage. Equipment, every time you can check, make a clean before use. The cans should be carefully filled and adjusted sufficiently to produce the good vacuum condition prior to filling of the commodity. In the processed products, processing should be takes place as soon as possible after sealing of the cans or bottles. Cooling process should be also be done in such a manner that cans are left sufficiently warm to dry up surplus moisture, but do not enough to cause start burning. Use of contaminated water should be avoided. So that should be a potable water you can use whenever you go for the processing industry. The finished product after canning or bottling should be stored in a well ventilated room in a cool and dry place. High storage temperature should be avoided. Then objective of preservation, if you go for the objectives, to add varieties to food, to improve the nutritional status, to prevent, ultimately to prevent the post-harvest losses, and to prevent the wastage during the glut, and to provide the foods in the off-season when the crop or the product is not available. In that condition, you can utilize the crop. The main objective of the topic. Principles of preservation. If you go for the principles, to prevent prevention or delay, either in the physical injury of the food or it may be the self-decomposition of food, where should be overcome by the blanching, use of preservatives, low temperature storage, or the main prevention by the microbial decomposition of the food, by removal, by application by asepsis, by the removal of the microorganisms, drying, filtration, carbonation, heat, irradiation, CS to control atmosphere storage, use of preservatives. So these are the techniques you can implement to reduce the growth of the microorganism, and the self-decomposition by using this method, and the physical injury by the fumigation. You can use sulfur dioxide in proper packaging. You can use good packaging material, handling and transportation. Every you are taking into consideration. So methods of preservation. So depend upon the methods of preservation, it should be mode of action, effectiveness, and durability. So mode of action, either in a physical, it should be chemical or biological or both the any combination. That is called hydrolytic technology. And effectiveness based on the bacteriostatic, which arrest the growth of the microorganism, whether it is the bactericida, which are used to kill the microorganism by using the sterilization or other method. So methods depending on the mode of action. So whether used by the physical methods by using the removal of water, it should be that water activity to reduce the water activity of the commodity so that there is a less chance that the growth of the microorganism. And the process you can implement either in drying, evaporation, freeze drying, osmotic dehydration, or intermediate moisture food, where the moisture content should be 20 to 50% moisture can be kept. Then the removal of heat, either in low temperature, some low temperature preservation or cold preservation. Either you can use the cold storage, then freezing, or cryopreservation, or thermal processing, which is the largest food processing sector in India, by application of heat Either you can use pasteurization, sterilization, roasting, everywhere that things, frying, the whole the things are called thermal processing, and it's a larger sector. And also you can kill the microorganisms. Then removal of air, you can use anaerobic by use the carbon dioxide, whether you use the carbonation process, some milligram of or some gram of carbon dioxide per liter of the solution. You can, it also act as a preservative. And carbonated drinks that we also use, and irradiation. Irradiation is the newer technology. Still, there is a need for the awareness to consume the irradiated product due to the carelessness of the people. So, the irradiated product, being it is mentioned by irradiated product, the people do not but fear to consume these things. As to the chemical products, the chemical methods, you can reduce by using some of the class 1 type preservative, either in sugar, salt, oil, spices, or acetic acid. Some class 1 type preservative. Also, you can maintain the adjustment of the pH. Also, you can use class 2 type preservative, which is called as potassium metabisulfite or sodium benzoate. They can use the particularly the class 2 type preservative as per the recommended by the FSSI, Food Safety Standard Authority of India. So can use and reduce the growth of microorganisms. They can implement the preparation of different value-added products, either pickle or in any type of developed product of the processed product from fruits and vegetables. Biological that methods, mode of action by go for the fermentation, by inhibit the growth of the undesirable microorganisms, by either in convert to acetic acid or the fermentation process convert to the vinegar, or some fermentation by sucrose by the fermented cabbage or cucumber pickle. You can use the preparation, or you can also prepare the wine. The combination of 1, 2, and 3 method, which is ultimately called as a huddle technology, huddle method. You can use any combination. You can prepare the development of the product. Come to the components. One is called as the primary processing, which are called as cleaning, sorting, which also grading and cutting. These are the primary processing, primary unit operations. Then if you go for the prepare the slices, then extract the pulp, then prepare the flakes, or you can convert to the paste or prepare the preserve. In addition of sugar, make a preserve, either in salt or in frozen product. Also it is called as secondary processing. If you go for the tertiary, the combination, then if you go for the prepare the final finished product of the ketchup, jam, pickle, candies, chips. These are called the finished product and ultimately called the tertiary. So value-added products, why it is called value-added product? The product which is developed by innovative idea to add value, ultimately which is economically justifiable. The product must, whatever the product we are developing, that must be feasible, that viable, economic, which every type of people they can purchase of the product. So the value addition, these are the sector, the preparation you can develop either in cut vegetables or grading, everywhere you can, that is called a value addition. You sort it out, you can sort it out the unwanted and prepare accordingly at the size or based on the weight. You can also, that is also value added product. The price should be variation. The smaller size, bigger and medium, based on that you can prepare that is grading without cutting, without destroying the commodity. Also you can prepare that is called value addition. Either in taking good packing material, also as a value addition. Transportation, processing, the whole things are ultimately called as a value addition. The percent share of the major product, processed food product in the market. So these are the sharing either in fruit juice, pulp, or beverages, syrup, squares, tomato product, canned products. We can total the 100%. So this is the highest will be used in the canned product. Also in the tomato product, it contribute the 4% share. So this is the percent processing capacity and utilization. If you go for the processing capacity and actual utilization, 3.85 million metric tons, and actual production, what are the availability, and actually 1.33, that means less than 35% the capacity you are utilizing, and the value of the revenue we can export in the product, we generate 2,757 crores we are getting. Come to the process flow chart for preparation of tomato ketchup. These are the left side for the recipe for the preparing the tomato ketchup. Every 3 kg of tomato, you can get 1 kg of the ketchup. That means 1/3 of the product you can convert it. You can tomato, you can take it. Then you go for the sorting. In inspection conveyor and pulping, you make a preparation of the crossing. Then tomato puree, and they go for the heat exchanger to the hot break method to getting the more recovery. So the crossed tomato go for heating of these things. Then if you increase the TSS of the tomato, whether it is 4 to 4.5 degree Brix TSS, you can convert it, increase to 12 degree Brix by evaporating the water content and then addition of your spice bag and sugar. You can add it somewhere else. Ultimately, you increase the degree Brix, the TSS 28, and heating at the vacuum pan at a low temperature of 55 to 60 degree temperature, and filling in the bottles, add the sodium benzoate in the preservative. Because of the leaching action, so sodium benzoate rather than the potassium metabisulfite, and store in the ambient condition. So these are the equipments we are used for the different equipments we are used for the preparation for. So these the dehydration onion flakes. The students, they are doing that onions, they sorted out, then go for the peeling, then slicing, using the slicers, then pre-treatment. You can use that in the pre-treatment, the KMS, as well as you can use that citric acid, the combination 500 ppm of citric acid and 500 ppm of potassium metabisulfite as a pre-treatment, then maintain the color. Then mechanical that dehydration, which is called imperial type of dehydration, we can having the bearing in the pass, that high pass system is there. And every pass, by every compartment, the residential time will be 30 minutes. The total, the 5 pass, 2.5 hours after in of the commodity. Then after 2.5 hours, then it will be out. And this is the dehydrated flex. So the steps for drying up green peas. If you come to green peas, so it is also a demand in the, because of the highly in having the medicinal value. So go for the prepare the green peas, which are developed in the PhD department. That sorting and selling. So outer shell, but seed coat should be separated. Then collection. Then go for the blanching. You maintain 85 degree for 1 minute. Then you can go for the fluidized bed drying. We are used for the fluidized bed drying condition, which is the whole the commodity under the terminal velocity, so that uniformly drying, because under the movement of the commodity, it will go for the uniformly without that shrinkage of the structure. So this is the technology for dehydration of okra. Okra also you can convert this dehydrated okra chips. You can go for the pre-treatment, the drying. You can use. This is for the principal steps for preparation of freeze-dried tomato slice. If you go for the tomato slice, also it is a very important aspect, because tomato having the high content of the lycopene, having that phytochemicals which having the anti-cancer properties in the tomato, the lycopene, the coloring pigments. So also you can use the chips, you can prepare the dried tomato chips, you can further you can use as a salad dressing, you can use for the your cooking purpose also. Basically, we can go for the blanching, then you go frozen. After blanching and frozen at minus 20 degrees centigrade for 6 hours, then you go for the freeze dry. It is directly sublimation that takes place. The frozen condition go to the gas, in the extraction from the solid with the conversion to the gas. We gave the fully vacuum condition that minus 760 millimeter of mercury. Then at a 50-degree temperature, you go for drying. Then in the chips, the flakes will be finally get and 300 gauge micro, that 75 micron HDP high density polyethylene bag that can use and can be stored for further use. Up to in 3 months, you can get the best result. So this is the preparation for dehydration of unripe banana powder. If you go for the generally, the people also use for the cooking purpose. Kacha kela they can use the cooking purpose. Also, you can prepare the flour. Also, you can prepare the sewa or gathia from the flour rather than the potato or other materials. You can use directly convert the flour or powder from the unripe banana. After maturity of the banana, you can blanching at 70 degrees centigrade for 1 minute. Then dipping into 1000 ppm of potassium metabisulfite and 2000 ppm of citric acid, at least 30 minutes treatment to avoid the enzymatic browning and phenolic which develop the change in the color should maintain. Then drying at 60-degree temperature and to maintain the moisture content up to 3 to 3.5%, the destination moisture content. After should drying and after drying is over, then convert to a powder. So mixed vegetable pickle also, these are the recipe that are used in the mixed vegetable pickle. So pickle basically the preservation of salt. It's called as pickling, and the piece of vegetable has been preserved with a solution of salt. You can use the number of vegetables, you can go for the preparation, which enhance the taste. It acts as a palatizer. The steps for preparation of the mixed vegetable pickle: sorting and grading, then cutting as per requirement, then blanching. Individually, the crop should go for blanching and pickling with the salt and turmeric for 2 to 3 days. You go for the seasoning. Then you can prepare the aid with the addition of all the ingredients and heating with the oil and mixing. The oil should get cooled, then fill in the larger bottle and then store it. So this is the frozen fresh potato sticks. You can prepare the frozen potato stick that also can use the French fries also. After chopping, after select the healthy potatoes, then washing, peeling, and cutting in the sticks, then go for blanching. Then cooled and packed in the pouch, and you can store in the frozen condition. And whenever you require, then you can use the French fry. Then preparation of ginger powder, you can ginger, also you can convert take the ginger, you can wash it in properly and clean running water, any impurities, and just scraping the knife, you just make a slicing, then drying under the sun drying. You can generally recommend it for the mechanical drying. Use a grinder, convert the powder, and then baking and storage. Also, you can supply up to 6 months. You can store it. So this is the come to waste utilization. So how the waste generation as a result of processing can be further utilized for preparation of different food products. Either in tomato peel to convert to the lycopene, which is the phytochemicals, anti-cancer properties, or a banana peel to make a sewa, the fiber enrich the sewa. Or any health drinks or pomas, you can convert to the other products. So ultimately called as a waste utilization. How the waste convert to the wealth. So these are the principal steps for preparation of fortified pasta. The pasta was manufactured or made from the jackfruit seed flour and refined wheat flour and soya flour. So seed flour, jackfruit seed. So seed is basically it is a wastage. So that seed you can convert into a flour, and that flour you can use to make some pasta highly nutritious because of the jackfruit seed contain high content of the protein as well as high content of the fat and other minerals also there. Also, you can prepare the jackfruit seed flour. So this is the schematic that process flow chart. That jackfruit, that seed, the removal of the white seed coat. Then you can use the live peeling by 1.5% with warm water. That 1.5%, that's caustic soda, sodium hydroxide. That you can use. Then removal of the brown covering. Then you can convert it into slices. Then put in drying, and at 60-degree temperature convert the powder. You can use for the different value-added product, either in a extruded powder or other product you can edit. So this is the technology for waste utilization from banana peel. So how the peel can be conversion to the seiwa, that noodles, that fried noodles you can use. The prepare, that is the crossed peel, but the combination is 30% of the peel and 70% of the gram flour, the load, chana load, gram flour you can use, the combination is there. Then can prepare the addition of the water, make a dough, then you can use by the frying. It is the frying pan you can use by the equipment, the small tools that Siva making tools, then directly you can prepare. So this is the waste utilization for the watermelon candy. You can use candy. The what the red portion after separation of the watermelon, the only the white portion what are the left, you can use also. This can prepare the candy, and that candy also highly nutritious, high fiber content already in the recommended. So this is the sapota seed utilization. This is the waste utilization again. This is how the sapota, the removal of the seed coat, then the pericarp removal, then the standard of operation. They can convert it into the oil, which is highly Ayurvedic having medicine values. Around 15 to 20% of recovery of the oil from the sapota seed. Then come to the quality control, which are common to the rule and regulation, the guideline FSSAI Food Safety Standard Authority of India, certification of ISO, International Organization for Standardization, and Codex Alimentarius Commission. Based on that, you should maintain the quality. It's for the need base, it's for the demand by within the country or out of country. So based on the consumer expectation from the technologies, you can go for the quality product and a low price and must be guaranteed. So these are the things taken into consideration. So if you consumers expectation from technologies, so if you not done that, then there is a number of the pieces the people are nowadays suffering, either in pain, head, or in arthritic joint pain. Number of diseases they are nowadays in suffering. Come to the principles. So the three principles, major principles. One is raw material control. You can go for the quality control. Then raw material must be get controlled by the based on the HACCP, hazard analysis and critical control point. Then second, process control. You should keep the process, the quality parameter, should maintain and examine the final finished product, whether it is acceptable or rejected. So these are the things taken into consideration when the quality control and assurance is concerned. Then come to the post-harvest engineering. If you all this taken into consideration, then the post-harvest engineering, but the machinery used, all these either in post-harvest management or value addition is concerned, either in mechanical harvester, mechanical grader, you can use mechanical grader, mechanical potato peeler is used, mechanical seed decorticator, then CS storage, then juice extractor, homogenizer, pasteurizer. So these are the some equipments either in the processing or in post-harvest management. Ultimately, the post-harvest engineering to aid the value. So ultimately, the benefit of the processing, reduction in the post-harvest losses. Number two, the stabilize the market price. It should get better stabilized market price. If you get the more product, the market price will be get stabilized. If the availability of product is very less, then certainly the market price will be high. Handling the blue, you should get handling. If the availability high, then that time you can use in a proper way. Add variety of goods. You can add a different product. You can get develop the different product which is having the highly nutritious and generate the employment. Ultimately, you can get the entrepreneurship program development. And in home scale or cottage industries, you can get development. And on foreign exchange, ultimately, you can export the commodity and get more proper revenue and provide the nutritional security. You can get, ultimately, you get highly nutritious food and meet the nutritional natural calamity requirement. Whenever the natural calamity should be there, that time if you have the huge abundant amount of the product, processed product there, then you can utilize. So the today's R&D, research and development, you go for the linkage with the consumer required and technology forward. So both the things taken into consideration, into taking the research and development, ultimately you get the better products. So these are the commercial products prepared by the post-harvest technology department. So if you go for the new normal, the change in the perception, if the potential energy, initially we have the potential energy and can convert to the kinetic energy, then we can go to startup. So now the government of India already the startup. And if you go for the startup of anything, then there is need for the mentor. The mentor should be properly guided. So the top 10 immune boost foods. So these are the number of nowadays due to the COVID-19 pandemic. These are the top 10 immune boosting foods. Also you can use. So ultimately, the better to secure the future by the post-harvest management and processing, the whole thing you can keep safe and take a safe food. Ultimately, you can have get safe. So thank you very much. Doctor.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing your experiences on post-harvest management and processing of vegetable crop. I think students might have benefited out of your presentation, and as we are trying to connect to different SAUs also, so I think this would have been a nice experience for others also. So we'll be coming up in the next session on December 1. Ashok sir, can you please remove your presentation, because I want to share my screen for next presentation, which is coming up in December 1st.
Okay. Any questions, sir? Any doubt or any question?
So as the session is open for the discussion, so students may ask questions. Sir, you can stop sharing.
Okay. Stop sharing.
So is there any question from student side? Okay, so as I was telling that we are, any question from student side, please? Or you can put it in chat box. I will read out for you, and our expert is right now available for answering your queries. Okay, well, if there is no question, then I will highlight the upcoming sessions on value addition in flowers. That would be the learning number 9 and learning number 10, scope of horticulture for entrepreneurship. So we will be connecting to Mrs. Asha Naik, an entrepreneur from Belgaum, Karnataka. She will be delivering her talk on value addition in flowers, and second talk on December 1st would be on scope of floriculture for entrepreneurship, to be delivered by Dr. Alka Singh, Professor and Head Floriculture, Navsari Agriculture University.
Okay.
So thank you very much, students,
Thank
for
you, Sanjeev Kumar ji. Give me an
Ji,
opportunity to deliver talk. And in the meantime, there are some problems.
So as we know, this is a part and parcel of enforced by COVID-19. So we have to we bear that situation, and I am really thankful to the patience shown by the students over a period from 10 o'clock to 12:30. I think it is my uh, thank to not only to the students but to the director of research from MHU Karnal also, who has been there in the session also, and some other faculty members were also there from different SAUs in the session, sir. So thank you very much from my core of heart to all of you present in these sessions of post-harvest management and processing of vegetable crops. Thank you very much, and hoping to get you soon in on December 1st, 2020. Thank you very much. Thank you all.
Okay, thank you.